Hey everyone, Hussein here, and we are here for another episode of the new Players Guide series. And we have gone through quite a lot in the last episode, to the point where we have introduced the Paris Museum. And after that recording that I did, the maintenance has passed on, which means that after that there's a bonus event ongoing with Provincie XP and Fame, which I didn't want to do, which lasts for 5 days. But I logged in every day to get some accumulation of cultural contribution. As you can see, about at least 5 days passed, and we have gained about 2200 or so cultural contribution over time, just for an item to be exhibited in the Paris Museum. And now our cultural contribution rank is 3. Which actually means that we can finally do some secondary quests up to 3-star difficulty, which we hope it can be helpful. We have also then, let me see, we also unlocked the advanced research building, and we sold some great price with European crayfish. That's why we have quite some money with us now. And almost 1 million actually, which is nice. And we graduated from Adventure, and we have the title Adventure Graduate, which means we have also a new ship. And graduate Samburg, we need only 1 more level in order to use it. And also I have applied for a company named the Ghost Division, and we received the email. You receive an email notification whenever you are accepted by a company or not. And here you can see that your character name has you in the Ghost Division, and you get sometimes company messages. Now, speaking of Aide Fleet, we are actually able to hire an Aide finally, because we have one of our class level at 20 or higher, so we are able to hire an Aide. The specific aid that I'm looking for personally is not actually in the default list. You can hire aid from the variety of taverns in the capital. We will go more into that details later, but some aids cannot be hired that you are looking for. Some unique ones are only hireable when you rescue them from NPC Rescue, which is another benefit. Like some of the NPC that you're rescuing can become part of the aid on your voyage. Some of them are very good, and the ones that I want is either Rona or Palmilla, since they have a good adventure and trading skills that can help us out. So I think for this video we're gonna focus to get adventure 21 and trying to get higher in 8, and we can also talk about company colony, because first of all, because we have joined a company, you can, under character information, find we are now part of the Ghost Division, and you can check here the members, and you can talk with them if you like, but we are not gonna focus too much on that for now. But if people notice us, then I'm gonna try to respond while we are doing the guidance. So we have to graduate still for maritime, intermediate, and advanced trading, but so maritime intermediate we can do perhaps soon, but well, you know what, we can actually do that right now. And it already showed up, nice. We should actually talk about battle report at some point too. So someone dropped a mass Caronate 18 in this somewhere in this port. Let's figure out. Most of the time when players drop item, you can either find it near the bank or near the port official, or near areas where people often visit places. I don't think it's here somewhere. Maybe here? No, this could be a likely place that people drop items, but no any sign. Okay, we are not gonna able to find it. But let's do this maritime quest, and I think I'm gonna get one more skill. This lookout skill. Again. So we're gonna head for Lisbon. I'm gonna grab the skill first quickly. So we have to miss French for a while. Sorry! At this point you will realize that we will have less language skills. But having aides, some of them will cover those language skills which you will see later. Here we are at Cuta. Not much special they have here. Now let's check our ship. Okay, we have still some capabilities. Whoa, right outside. That is one way to surprise us. No, these aren't that strong, so you should be able to handle them. They use accuracy of penetration, so they may deal more damage on us. For the first time our sail is actually damaged. Ooh, that hurts. I was about to end them, but that went wrong. Oh, come on, ram! Oh, too bad. Now we use assault basically with the flag. It will act as an assault skill, so we will be able to deal extra damage. So assault skill temporarily increases attack power, which you cannot see on the stats, but it has a temporary buff on that. And once you wipe out the crew of someone, you will get the item and money plundered. I really forgot I had those flags, which can be pretty helpful. Oh no, ram! No, that was not so accurate. Now these items are pretty helpful, not gonna lie. Ooh. Now he countered me with guard skill just. Guard skill counters assault, and guard can be countered by gunfire, which increases twice the lowering stats for you. Gunfire is countered by the tactics, where tactics gets double stats increase in fact than usual. And tactics is counted by assault, where assault effectiveness is somewhat more increased. So that is how the melee rock paper scissors works. We suffered quite some loss. I could have repaired my sails, but spare sails are a bit expensive. But you can now use spare sail and your sails are fixed. Make sure not to forget to do that, or you will go horribly slow with your ship, which is not something you want. So we're gonna go for the NPC Rescue. The easiest one is the Baltic Sea, because the map is so small. Bay of Biscay, North Sea, and some certain areas NPC can spawn. NPC Rescue can spawn. But the easiest I find personally is the Baltic Islands, because you can see over every part of the map here. So you can see the NPC Rescue lifesaver easier on the surveying scale. Now either we're gonna turn back and then we're gonna re-enter the sea area. I might as well go back to Seville and get some figure food. So I'm almost running out, and I realized the quest isn't actually completed, so you have that too. Ah, nice. Thesis is done. Let's report it. Alright, done with the archive. Let's get some figure food. might as well switch to a battle job while I can. I do have a battle job endorsement. Yeah, it's this one. What else can I miss? So much to organize again. Yeah, I need many slots to bat. I would have taken otherwise accuracy skill with me to show how that works. Language. Alright, time to have the last NPC. Ouch, counted again. It's good to know that even with items you still can get the highest count on your face. Nice, GG's. We're boarding our quest and graduate for maritime intermediate. Ready to graduate, let's go! Nice, battle level 9 is sufficient. It's enough to get shipwright job card later on. Okay, we definitely don't need Matia's sword for now. Because we are not a sword user and it's battle restricted as well. As for the sloop... yeah, the careful is not needed. Yeah, I can miss that. We'll have eventually the frigate is much better. I will recommend to do this, by the way. I'm just knowing what I'm doing since I have already done some battles and experience before. But for those who are new, I will recommend to keep the sloop in case you are not as far yet to graduate for advanced battle or such. We're gonna change our job-packed adventure. Let's say Helmsparent will do it. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have now officially 1 million ducat in our bank. Fantastic. We have become millionaire! Actually, I may check the NPC Rescue in Bay of Biscay. It's somewhat easier. Oh, we found our NPC. That's fast. That was very quick. Oh, that is great news actually. It means that we can just hire our first aide. She will be for trading purpose. One thing I like about her is that she has a management skill. So we can actually miss Spanish language because she can. She has already Spanish language with herself. So, oh, that's fantastic. Luck is on our side. Bordeaux, here we come! Here we are! Now we have received a message, so she can be hired from Seville. We gotta do that first before we go to Amsterdam, and then we have to actually take a quest as well. Another important thing. Oh, someone dropped something valuable? Hold on. Necklace of the Death. Could this be If this is true, then we might actually get something valuable out of there. But I feel like it's unlikely. This player dropped it near Bangor Market. We'll see. Oh, brandy is the price crashed. You know, Seville does sell actually wine itself, so maybe the entrance of the church, because I have mentioned at one of the first dungeons that Bordeaux have a church as well. However, unlike Circus, this dungeon is much harder, which I do not recommend to do because NPCs levels are significantly higher here. Okay, something is definitely here. Oh, improved rope. Awesome. Now, ladies and gentlemen, you can actually find here items that are very useful for... Yeah, that's one thing I like about Search Kill, because one of these ropes are needed for a special sail that I have to make, so... let me see... Let's see if we can find something else, because... Yeah. So people tend to drop a lot of items from the dungeon here, so in case you want to get something valuable, be sure to check out the church here with search kill. Who knows, you may find something very valuable, because we have a very good throwing weapon here. This one is pretty strong. If I'm not mistaken, one of the recipes requires yeah, one of those does require medium gap seal. So we're gonna save this one here. Okay, who do we sell the improved rope again? Let's check. Okay, the rope can be missed. Time to head to Seville. You can talk with the company chat if you want, well, whenever you feel like to. You can basically select the functions here and currently we select company. Or as some people will define it, a guild in the game. Depending which company you are, it can be very crowdy and people tend to chat quite a lot. So, depending with but I feel like it's currently quiet where I am right now. I feel like the color is pretty confusing for me, this light blue chat. So another setting that I want to show to you is change font color chat mode. You can change this from here, and then you can change the color of the message how you like to see it. So for company, I will say I will let's say I will pick this color and apply. Now it appears much darker, but I feel like the font is a bit too dark. So we're gonna color it a little bit lighter. Okay, much better. Now we have to take some money out of our bank. Now it's time to cover a topic regarding Aide. Now, as I've mentioned at the start of the episode, Aide, in order to hire an Aide, you need to have one of your level class reaching 20 or higher, which we have done after graduating Adventure. The sailors will notify you you can also hire an Aide. Now you can hire them at from the barkeep at the tavern by talking to him. And you can see employee Aide becomes available. Aides are basically your fellow voyage companions who will assist you throughout your voyage, and they have variety of duties that can help you out during the voyage. Here you can see many choices you can make. They have a specific jobs that associate also what supports what skills they have, and these jobs will never change from them. So keep that in mind. You can actually check the details of the Aide, what skills they offer, so you can know ahead where to employ it. And you can see the Aide has Aide skills and support skills. Support skills are basically just skills that gives you a +1 boost depending on the duty that your Aide is, and you have a variety of Aide skills that can help you out very greatly. For instance, they have language skills as well, as I've mentioned. With language skills, you do not have to have your own language skills, as they are one that will interpret for you. So this can save a considerable amount of skill slots, so be sure to make use of that. They have also, each Aide has also at least 3 land battle skills, which we will come back more later about it. They have also some own unique battle skills that can assist in sea battles, or they can deal with disasters or even prevent disasters. And you can check for each of them whenever you like, which skills you think it's very helpful for you. It really depends how you're starting. For instance, if you have if you're a merchant, you want to look for an Aide that has traits like Barmella, which you're gonna take soon. But for most adventures and battles you see here, if you're a maritime, you can mostly find useful skills from maritime-based Aides. Oswald is, for instance, famous for its for pirates or for rose ship users that focuses emphasis on plunder. You can see Seas Cargo. Seas Cargo is one of the important skills that allows you to plunder while in melee battle without wiping the crew out. I will talk about the skill later. Another important skill to check is corresponding nations. Corresponding nations allows you to basically correspond with the flagship, and if it succeed, you will improve your relationship with your nation. That can improve over time. They have also tow assistance. They have shot defense for specific type of cannon shots. We're gonna actually talk about shot types later as well, because yeah, you haven't actually fell into the topic of type of cannons yet, but that's because I don't have sufficient battle skills yet with me. So you can actually find many useful skills around, and this one is for instance meant for shipbuilders. And there's also a new function that I haven't seen before, which is the suggested search. So you can actually check for which skill you want actually for yourself, and you can actually look at things up what each one does. Like the 8 skills, they have precautions skills for the dealing with disaster, navigation skills, giving you extra advantage. And you have also some special skills like ambush and rhinoceros. This one is the only skill that I'm not entirely sure. I will put notes on the description what it exactly does, because I haven't used the skill much. Ambush is basically a skill that when you attack an NPC, you can use an ambush option that gives one of the NPC a disorder. Correspondingly, I've talked about you can improve your relationship with the nation by trying to correspond. It's not always successful, and you have here some assistant skill. This will drop the figure cost by about 20%, -1 for production skill, which can be very helpful. And you have the task production skill, which allows you to let the Aide do the production for you. Although this one is very slow, and this used to be very useful. However, because back then production skill you have to do one by one instead of able to do all production at once. So since we have the option to produce multiple trade goods or items or equipments, these are somewhat obsolete. And you have shot defense here, like you see here for you have shot defense. You have here restriction. That one that restricts if you have a covers, up to 3 melee battlegrounds you're basically glued together with your enemy ship. Neither of you can retreat from melee battle until that point, so beware, this can be double-edged sword. However, it is very good for rare item plunder or for some pirates that wishes to catch the mouse easily. Obstruction has chance to prevent item use of enemy, as these I've mentioned before. Oh, this is probably for the tonics, which I'm not all familiar with. You can see all the land battle skills. So let's say I'm looking for a skill with 8 that has management techniques. Do I see no? So you have this skill set, and you can set more skills if you want. And you see there's no 8 that has both of them. You can remove the set here, and if you begin the search now, you can find here some aids where you can employ from the town, and you can see which one has the management skill, and there are quite a lot of those. I have to say that the aids, the ones that are from NPC Rescue doesn't show up. I have noticed, because I'm pretty sure Palmilla has management skill. Yeah, she does. Wait, let me test something out. Let's say, for instance, I want food supply for land battle. I enable it. No, Palmilla doesn't show up here. Okay, so keep in mind, the suggested search. This search is very useful. However, it doesn't include the aids that you can get from NPC Rescue. So, at least for now, as far as I'm aware of for this. So keep that in mind. if you want to look for a specific skill and you want to look for NPC Rescue that you actually prefer, I will put the link in the description of the sources where you can find those aids with the skills you desire. IVO being one of them, Japanese wiki or other sources, etc. Anyway, so this is the suggested search, so you can actually see which aid you want and which port you can get them. But we're gonna go for Parmela. She is from the NPC Rescue. I want to hire her. Are you sure? Yes. Hire and aid is completed. And now Parmela is with us, and what you have noticed here is Captain Bag has increased. So what the game is implying here is that we have now an extra Captain Bag. Each aid that you hire, the amount of Captain Bag slot increases, as well as the number of skill slots. I believe we have now one extra skill slot because of that, which is very nice. And in order to check where your aid, you can check. You have now some options showing up: aid information, aid duties. Aid information shows the aid that is accompanying you around your voyage. It is so Parmela is here with us. Each HI starts with a very low level, so they can earn the daily XP at the sea, and also the XP that is required to level them up is 10 times higher than our characters. So don't be shocked when you notice that how slow it can be that aids can be grinded. But in exchange, that they do get XP from the sea, and you can, and that depends which duty you are putting them in. So for navigator, they will get the full adventure XP. For lookout, it will be shared adventure and battle XP shared together. Paymaster is trade XP. Storekeeper is trade and adventure XP. Lieutenant is full battle XP, and Surgeon is trade and battle XP. So depending on these duties, you can select one of them, and I give her, for now, I will give her Storekeeper. So in case you wonder what the purpose is of the aid duties, aid duties allows to activate one of aid's support or aid skill, because certain aid skill can be only activated through a specific duty that you are putting on your aid. And another thing that what makes the duty important is that each of them can help also during the voyage. Like for navigator, it allows you to navigate through the sea easier, but the most important role is it also prevents Algier disaster. I mean, it deals with Algier disaster. Oh yeah, aside from Algier, it also lowers the chance that your crew gets harmed during the storm and blizzard, if this duty is on. Lookout skill is very helpful, which raises the chance of finding something in land or the sea, and with gathering especially. And you also able to get information from aid whenever you are nearby a shipwreck, etc., which can be very useful as well. And they can also, this is not very known yet, but they may also support somewhat in prevent you of assailment. But I will have put a notes in the description whether this is true or not. Paymaster provides an increased success rate in production, a great success for up to 5% from what I have understood. Again, I'll put that in a note because there are so many things that are not very known yet, and as well as It can also somewhat help with negotiations. Storekeeper does the same thing with help with negotiation, but what it really stands out with Storekeeper is it can deal with many disasters when the Aide is in this duty. It can deal with rats, with poor sanitation. It can also deal with fire, and I'm not certain if it was an Aide skill that prevents sailors from stealing, or it was just Storekeeper alone being enough, which is a very long time ago. So I have to correct that otherwise. Lieutenant is an Aide duty that focuses to help you more out in battle, like reducing. May has a chance to reduce receiving disorder when by cannon fire, etc. And it can also deal with rebellion, chaos, and sailors fighting each other. And then you have Surgeon, which is basically focused on battle support, and it also deals with disaster related to a sailor's health concern, like scurvy, plague, frustration, insomnia, anxiety, malnutrition, homesickness. So these are the ones that can help a lot. The Aide duties are currently given in question marks, so we don't know what the values are, but the higher the values of those Aide duties are, the more effective they become. At this point, my explanation of this Aide duty is pretty poor, so I will make sure to do it better as we progress through the game. So for now, let's check the Aide information. Now, Palmilla, you can see here the attack and defense given here. This was present her stats for land battle when she joins, but she cannot right now join the land battle. Here you can see the Aide trust. The trust increases by keeping up the upkeep, so it paying your Aide daily. And yes, like your sailors, your Aide, aka your companion, you have to pay them as well. And the cost of them is 5 ducats per total level, which is currently 1 on her. So as her total level will increase, the amount of the daily payment we have to give to her will increase over time. So keep that in mind. And by doing so, each 30-day passes when we get the interest message on the bank. At the same time, trust will increase as well. And it can go up to 100. Each month of sailing, the trust increased by 1. This is very frequent at the start, and the frequency of happening will be much less, especially after passing 50 trusts. So it becomes much slower. So be sure to always have ducats at your sea, because that is one way that your Aide trust will decrease, which you really do not want to happen. Because the trust of Aide is very important, especially if you want to send her to the Navy one day, or if you want her to assist by using one of your ships, or becoming an Aide bazaar, or assisting you in land battle. All of that requires an Aide trust of 50 at least. So that's one of the reasons to make sure you maintain the trust. Trust can decrease by each day of sailing without enough money to pay them, or by removing them as a Aide captain, but we will come back for that later. And here you see days at sea XP bonus. When this one is active, the Aide will gain tremendous amount of advantage trade or battle XP depending on the duty you have set her on. So make sure to use this wisely. This will each day in sea, this will be used up until it reaches 0. Then the Aides will gain a normal XP from one of those classes, or both depending on the duty. And this will add a plus 20 each day you're logging in, so make sure to do that. And there are a lot of things that I may have wrong, so I have to make sure to correct things, because been so long time ago since I have talked about this topic. We can change her name here, which I am not gonna do now, but later I may. You can assign trait, but this one we cannot do yet because all her traits are question marked. So if you want to know how to unlock these question marks, for navigation to make this known is you need Adventure 10, Adventure 8 or Battle 8, or either Adventure 12 or Battle 12. Trait level 10, Trait 8 or Adventure 8, Trait 8 and Adventure 8, Battle 10, and Trait 8 and Battle 8, so to make them all known. I will put a link with the source about those requirements. And you can give her equipments here if you want, so I can give her, for instance, this, or a student outfit. But keep in mind, by doing so, if you give her those equipments, it has no actual benefits for the Aide in land battle, like all these stats will be not applied on your Aide characters. And the thing is, once you give the equipment to your Aide and they equip it, you won't get it back anymore. So make sure not to give them something expensive that is very hard to obtain, unless you want to give them some better looks. But other than that, that is what this purpose is all about. So, and this is the job, and you can see what duty they are currently in, and you can see it only shows one skill at the moment. More skills will show up as they level up over time, so more will come up. So that is the explanation about aids. And trust me, once you have the requirement to hire one, be sure to do that, because they will be very helpful for your voyage. 100%. I'm gonna set it on lookout. Oh yeah, one more thing. If you don't like the 8 choice you've made, you can also dismiss, but I do not recommend that, because there is actually another way to make 8 leave, and that is something where you can get something in return in exchange, which I will show later. Oh yeah, you can also set 8s here. This one also shows up now. You can see this in every port official, but you cannot do that yet. I mean, I cannot do that yet. You need to have 2 8s at least, and that's the thing. In order to hide the second 8, we must be level 40 in one class at least, and 8 has to be level 20 in one class as well. So before we can hire the second 8, so that is gonna really take a while. To keep that in mind. In the meantime, I'm gonna check what quests we can do. Someone is saying quest mediation permit. Well, this is by the way an 8 bazaar. 8 bazaars can be recognized by a bazaar with the brown symbol being shown here. So if you see this, then you know it's an 8 bazaar set by a player. We don't have that feature yet, because as you can see, we need to have a trust level 50 or higher, and as well the 8 must be free in order to help you out for that. Now this is a good way to show you how to do 2 quests simultaneously. We have bonus quest here. And now you can see we can accept the second quest, 3-star difficulty. And it will warn you how much cultural contribution it will consume, which is 45 for this case. You're gonna say yes. And now we have 2 quests simultaneously. And both of them brings us to Palma, which actually is very convenient. Minded that you can actually just do both quests in Sagres without the consumption of cultural contribution or any cultural contribution requirement at all. Oh yes, I almost forgot, I can actually remove Spanish. Let's go to Palma. Now, as you can see, our Aide is starting to get some XP from it. And since we have put on lockout, XP is shared between these two. Wow, both quest information from the same NPC. Sounds like these quests are twins to each other. Kind of funny. One on the right, one on the left. Now you get a notification whenever your aide has gained a level, which she did. Adventures level 1. And also battle level. Nice. Now let's go to the item shop first. Give the barmaid something. And recover our figure as well. Now, time to report both quests, and you can see a bonus quest that we're gonna try to do these bonus quests on a daily basis since we start from Monday. And Pamela Chan has gotten her adventure up again. It goes pretty fast. Any quest that leads us to the Northern Europe would be nice. Anything else? Okay, yeah, we have not much option left. I guess it's what it is. Okay, let's get to Lisbon before we go back to home. Because there's one thing that I have to address is that our supply cost is now supply consumption rate is now normalized. That event with the NPCs that you have seen on some episodes, the part of the event was that your supply consumption was halved. So I can see the difference how fast it can get consumed. So at this point we are gonna go get Frugality skill from Lisbon. Frugality reduces the food supply consumption of your aid, so it allows you to last longer with your supplies. But it also makes hiring sailors somewhat cheaper. Be aware by doing so, your fatigue rate of your sailors do increase dramatically. So make sure to always pay attention on the sailor's fatigue whenever you use the skill. Yeah, well, I don't have sugar, it's not the useful information. Alright, now we get to go back to Amsterdam first. Now, 4-day supply wouldn't be normally enough to go back, but you will see how Frugality will help out with this. as you can see, normally it will take about 3 water and 3 food with the current sailors we have, but it has been reduced by at least 33%. The higher the rank, the more effective this becomes. In exchange, our fatigue, sailor fatigue will increase over time, so make sure to pay attention for that. Let's see if we make it to Amsterdam before the supplier announced, even with Frugality. See what we get from this shipwreck. It says unlock skill 3, which we don't have, but if I'm not mistaken, you can up to 2 ranks below the quiet unlock skill, you can still unlock it. So we're gonna find out if that is still the case. That is quite far. Okay, I was right. It is 2 unlock skill that deviates. And that's a lot of money, actually. Woo! Our aid trust increased. Now, with storekeepers, he did deal with for sanitary. Now we're gonna see how long it takes for her to, how long it takes for Pamela deals with plague and the surgeon. The higher the trade level of those duties, the faster this happens that she will deal with the. Yep, but we are almost there. Jeez, this makes me want to have my songbook already able to use. So we're gonna stop first at Antwerp. Yeah, from that point we are able to see if Amsterdam is better or here. Whoa, Almond is much higher here. The guns on the other hand is bad here, so... So the guns we sell here. Then the rest goes to Amsterdam. I think that message is most likely we receive more port permits. Now that's actually a very nice profit to make. Now I think this is good enough. Yes, we are drunk again. I believe we get to Red Sea as well then. Yep, that one arrived as well. Now we have 14k, is this enough? Oh! We have all the permits. That's actually very nice, and we have a lot unlocked for challenge missions. Now we gotta make use of the challenge awards later, but just so you know, we have all the permits that we could get from our total fame. So our world has expanded drastically. We have Africa, we have Red Sea, we have the Indian Ocean, and we have the Caribbean. Now there are the other permits that we gonna talk about later, but it is related to this quest, which is something we'll bring that I will bring up later into the topic. Sure, you can take this one for when we go to North, when we go to Africa. It might be a good way to introduce some new trade goods. But we need to get in our songbook first. Otherwise it's gonna be a very rough voyage for us. Oh, this is something about... yeah, IBN. It is regarding Sea of Wonders. This is the NPC that is an important key figure that will be very important for later. And there is Mina, which is also one of the important key figures in one of the storylines. Well, that's amazing. That is very nice. Oh, this one might be interesting. I wonder how we're gonna help this one out. Let's go! Great shot. Wow, just Barkas. Oh my lord, I was expecting something tougher. This can take really several attempts. Oh, Hanseatic League seal. Awesome, I actually needed that. So we can take some rewards from the challenge mission. Just keep in mind you can only take them once. After that you cannot obtain it again, so make sure to use it wisely. So let's see the price for Amber here. Not bad. Nice discount. Now on our way to Gothenburg. Aha! The Oxford skill took effect. Nice. Now, time to head back to Amsterdam and then Oxford, and then I think we will call it for this episode. Here we are. Now we start at Helder first. Okay, Helder is the superior choice. Woo! Over 100k profit, let's go! So, time to go to Oxford. Nice, 15 visas, and we probably get another event. Balt's sure never change. Now, what themes do we get? Oh, interesting. Oh, I will definitely do this one. And let's get our new visas and then let's call this for the episode. Because I've been recording 3 hours, but because I've been silent in most of the case with sailing, I at least will save some time. maybe we get some nice geographics map. Let's have a look. Wow, that lasted pretty long actually. How many maps did we require? 2 of them. Oh, we have one in the Norwegian Sea. Nice. Okay, I think in next episode we definitely get the adventure level so we can finally can use our sumbook so we can go sail much faster. So that was quite some coverage we have done for today. I'm doing 2 quests simultaneously, graduating from maritime intermediate. So our levels are getting better. We meet the requirements for shipwright job, which is something that I will aim for later. And we have quite a lot of money, so as you can see we are progressing a lot in the game, and we have found a company, covered some part about it, but the main core is covering about how Aide system works. And it may not be the easiest way to explain this, but I will try my best when something happens with our companion that I will make sure to bring up more information regarding that matter. And we have also all the permits we have received outside Europe from total frame requirements. The remaining ones has to be done with the Imperial contract that we come back for later. Also, before we stop, I have talked about Hostile Waters for a while, episode back, and I want to bring it up at the end to cover it too. Like, you can attack another player in Hostile Waters, but by doing so, if you sink them or plunder them, your name becomes orange, or red if it is from your own nation. If your name becomes orange, you become a privateer, and in privateer you have the penalty that you become attackable everywhere, even in safe waters. So bounty hunters can hunt after you and take your bounty out of it, and you will still keep your fame, however. But if you are attacking all places of your own nation, you become a red player, aka a pirate. And also by doing so, you will lose also the amount of fame. So it makes by doing that you are unable to unlock certain port permits or able to do certain quests. So my advice is for players who don't want to wish to do piracy, do this only after you have unlocked port permits from fame and finished all Imperial contacts, so you have access to all seas and not getting blocked by fame, etc. So keep that in mind. Everyone, thank you so much for watching. We're gonna keep sailing, grind our Aide, and visit Africa with our quest that is leading us there and get some diamonds. Have a great evening, ladies and gentlemen, and see you all next time. Cheers!